I want to catch a golden shiner today. And I brought a beautiful red with me today to try it out. With a very nice ultralight um, indicator or bobber or whatever you want to call it. Let's see. Just don't want to lose it. And since I want to catch a golden shiner, I'm just going to use worms today. Pick some fresh worms in my garden. That might be even too big. Hack off a part of him. Let's see. Size 10 hook. Little itty bitty worm. All I want to catch is a golden shiner, but I want to catch a big one. Hey, I got one like. That's cool. Thank you. Some fish moving around over there. Sunny day, but cold. I know they're here. My kid caught one. Hey, what's going on? Good morning, Ian. I'm trying to catch a golden shiner today. My kid caught an absolute monster, which definitely would be a state record in some states. But it seems like for some reason fish is not biting. That's wild. All right, let me try. Oh, right away. Hold on. Give me a sec. Got a bite right away. Hopefully, it didn't take my worm down. I wonder if my worm's missing. Yeah, I can't stretch it out today. I'm not really fishing for anything serious. I got about an hour I can fish. Are you back to are you still on the vacation or are you done? Where is the guy? No, as soon as I cast it, I got a bite. And then this is that expensive Japanese monoline. All right, where's the fish at, man? This is absolutely crazy to me. There has to be fish here. Hey, what's going on? Swipe above. Remove. You're back in Vegas? Nice. I got to show you the float I'm using today. It's super cool. Since I was 100% sure I was going to get bites today, but look, I got nothing. Life's great. Anytime I target a specific fish, it never works out. Where is the fish? I gotta show you this guy I follow on YouTube. He makes these floats. I fish. Look at this beautiful float. Oh, how nice is this? And honestly, they end up being pretty cheap. They're only like a couple bucks a piece, if not less. Look how nice this float is. And yeah, super easy to put on. It slips up and down. Yeah, I'll send you a link to his. He is super nice. You see, it says 1 gram, so he actually matches his floats to his jig heads. So look, you have a perfect transition. You have a jig head, and you have a float that's made for that jig head. Really, like that guy's, he's an engineer and he has super crazy attention to detail for fishing. All right. I just don't understand why I'm not getting bites. Hey, what's going on? Have you tried to clear a water float? No, I've never tried to clear a water float, but I think I'm so floated out now. I have so many floats now. Basically, iFish is my mantra when it comes to ultralights. I bought so much stuff from him. During I put a big order before Christmas. That now I'm stuck with whatever I bought. Wow, hold on. I didn't notice that, but my guides are not in line. Wow. I don't know why we have no bites. This is absolutely crazy to me. Where's the fish at? I'm gonna share this with someone. Brian Thumpreys. I think you go on the live, there's like a little arrow. There's like a little arrow that like to share, and then you can I think you can post, can you do a community post? Or you can just share the link to this. And I appreciate that, obviously. Brian. You just give up to Jig 10. All right, let's see. I'm not sure what that means, but yeah, we might. I can't believe I don't have a golden shiner yet. So my kid pulled out a close to 11-inch golden shiner out of this water, and now I want to catch one, but I have no bite. It's so wild to me. Well, thanks, Brian. I appreciate the share. It's very nice of you. Yeah, live stream fishing has been on and off lately. I can't believe I have no bites. It's so funny. Whenever I come in expecting nothing, we would catch 20 fish here in an hour. And whenever I come in targeting a species, I get nothing. Hey, FNC, what's up? I gotta show you the fancy float I got. I bought a bunch of these floats um, before the holiday season. That was my little gift to myself, and I finally started using them since the ice is gone. But I'm a little disappointed since there's no bite. Look how beautiful this thing is. I think I bought like 20 floats from him for like 30 bucks. And he sends them to you in a tube. Obviously, you don't want to damage them too much. They'd probably break. But yeah, cool little floats for an ultralight jig. Jojo, this one is so this one is actually 7.5 foot. I have a 7 footer, but I don't like this as much as I like my Daiwa Presso. I do like the microlight. It's really fun. Like I let my kids fish with it. But Daiwa Press is definitely a better rod, and it's a little bit maybe $10, $20 more expensive. But I haven't tried the 7 foot version yet. But they had a crazy sale on these. They had a crazy sale on them, I think in January, and I picked up 2 of them. Wait, Muslims in the chat? I don't see him. No fish yet. Jig 10. We're fishing in the beautiful country of New Jersey. How you doing? Wow, this is crazy. I can't believe I'm not catching any fish. All right, let's go. Since the worm's not working, I went into my yard because I never fish with, usually don't fish with worms right now, but I dug up a bunch of fresh red worms. But seems like that is not the flavor today. I can't believe it. Let me change the spot real quick. This would get destroyed yesterday. The only reason I'm doing this right now is because I told you guys earlier, my kid caught a gigantic golden shiner, and I want to catch one too. But seems like that's not in the cards for me today. Maybe this is the spot we'll be lucky. Let's try. And they always hang around right here, right by the bank. Oh, there's a turtle right there. I can't fish with yo lure today because I want to try something different. But I really want to catch. The only way to catch a golden shiner, I don't know how my kid caught a golden shiner on a 2-inch swim shad, but the only surefire way to catch a golden shiner is just to use a little piece of worm. It seems like that's not working today. We did have another cold snap at night. Everything froze over again. Uh, what's going on, Hunting 17? BPS 7, let's check. No, this is a 7.5 footer. Which one is it? This is MCL 76. I should not have gotten the 7.5 footer. I just want to try it out. For the kind of, I mean, it is good and bad. For the kind of fishing I do, I should have really gotten like a 6.5 and a 7 footer, maybe even a 6 footer. Ah, this is absolutely crazy. No bites whatsoever on the worm. To me, that's just crazy. All right, here's what I'll do. I'll go to my diapressor with some plastic. Do I have a Thule? I think I might have one of your jigs. I left them home again, but that's just me. That's how I forget all the time. I'm just gonna cast this out and catch whatever bites. I actually made myself a perfect rod holder right here. I'm gonna switch to my diapressor right now. Look at that. It's perfect. The rod holder is perfect. All right, we'll definitely have something on that, but here's my diapressor with a little tube jig. I mean, if nothing's biting a worm, let's check. Yeah. You have the same rod? Yeah, no, they're good rods. It's a little too, so this one is a Daiwa Presso, but you know I broke my tip off. So it's a little shorter than usual, but I absolutely love the action on this rod. Daiwa Presso inherently is very light, it has a very soft tip, which makes it a great float rod. But well, ever since I broke that tip off, it became a better rod. Oh, I just had a nice little bitey bite. Come on. I think we're gonna get a fish. I just had a nice little bitey bite. Let's check. Let it sink. Maybe twitch it a little bit. We might get a bass if we twitch. You should trim some of the brush out. So here's the problem with trimming the brush out. If I trim the brush out, there's gonna be more people fishing here. I know. That's how it works. If you make the fishing spot better, you'll come back here and you want to fish with your kid, and there'll be a million people here. I actually wear boots here because it gets wet in this area, just so I can get to fish here. As soon as I clear the brush out, Everyone and their mom's gonna come here. Hold on. That's the way it usually works. People don't want to do the work. Once you do the work, they'll come and say it's their spot. Hmm. Oh, fish. Oh, come on. I wonder if that's a golden shiner that's playing with me. There's definitely fish here. Hold on, I gotta grab my float out of the water because that's floating down. I wonder if that's a gold. It doesn't feel like a golden shiner. It might be a bluegill, but why wouldn't bluegill bite a worm? That's what I'm saying. Hold on, guys. I don't want to get my stuff stuck. All right, you know what? Maybe I should just roll this up, or just cast it close by. All right, let's try again. A tube jig had a couple of bites on it. Now this thing, I'm gonna move. There's a thorn bush here. You shouldn't turn on it. So you're thinking that bass microlight rod is for drop shotting? I mean, it's a good rod. I love to give it. My kid absolutely loves it because it's. I don't know why, but he just. Okay, fish. This time I got a fish. All right, let's see. Crappie or bluegill? Crappie or bluegill? Definitely not bass. I'm gonna say crappie, but let's check. I've been wrong before, dude. I can be more wrong. It's a. No, it is crappie. All right, come here. Very active. Coming over here, kid. All right, we got a crappie. So the tube works. Nice. There you go. Caught you a fish, Mr. Crappie. No, I'm just using artificial. The live bait is on that rod technically, and the live bait is not working well. Let's get another one. I'm just using this. You see that? See this little tube jig? Little tube. It's kind of like a pearl collar. You see? And that's it. Just cast it out there and hope for the best. All right, that's a good cast. If I twitch this, we might get a bass. I don't really like twitching, but it worked yesterday. We got a ultra. Okay, we just had a fish on. We might get a bass if I keep twitching it. I don't like twitching too much, but let's just roll it through. Yeah, tube jigs work. I'm sorry, Ian, I forgot your lures today. I think I have one. We can try it. I have a red one. I had a whole bag of them, and one day I was cleaning out my pack, and I had to wash it, and I took everything out of the pack and put it in a tray in my laundry room, and all my stuff from that pack is still sitting there because, like a squirrel, I decided to put some new stuff in my bag. Hold on. Okay. See, I think that's a golden shiner playing with me. I just gained twitches, but it doesn't feel like a crappie. Crappie just grabs it. Yeah, wrong crappie. Thanks, man. I'll pin that. Hold on. I just don't want to get snagged. Don't want to get snagged. All right, nice and slow we go. Let's switch it. Maybe we'll get a bass. Nah. The water temps dropped again, unfortunately, because of the cold. 82 people in the live stream. Double tap that screen. Come on. Maybe we'll catch a fish. Hold on. Let me see. I think the one of the lures I have that's yours, Ian, I might have a broken off piece of tail. But let me check. I'm going to go right now and check it. Okay, that's a fish. I got you a fish. Double tap that screen if you want to see a fish. That's the way it's going, though. I think, is that a, wow, very active. Oh, wow, look at that. Oh, super active. Yep, Mr. Bluegill. Coming over, buddy. See that? Thanks, I appreciate it. Thanks for double tap. There you go. Got you a bluegill. Hey. Huh. Now what? What's your plan now? See, you should have just let you out. All right, come on. I'll help you out, buddy. Hold on. All right, one more cast with a tube, and I'll go see where I have Mr. Ian's lure, and we'll fish it on the float bobber. All right, what I do now is I'm just gonna let it sink. Maybe twitch it a little bit. But yeah, if you don't have a diver presso rod and you're in the market, hold on. If you're in the market for a fishing rod that's under $100, diver presso is the end of it all. You fall more and more in love with that rod while you fish with it. The first couple of weeks I got it, I was like, all right, this is cool. I know they're going to go up in price. 1,000% will go up in price. And it pairs nicely with the Legales. Now I'm going to try your lure because I don't want to retie. I'm going to try it on the float rig. Hold on. One more cast. I really want to retie stuff because I want to keep a tube because the tube's working. And I already have a float on the micro series. Although your lure might do better. Hold on. Bites. Your lure might do better as a float rig. All right, let's try Ian's lure. Let's check it out. They do work. I had a lot of fun catching creek chubs on them. And what else do we catch? I mean, if crappie are biting, or bluegill are active, they'll eat it up. Hold on. Where is it? There you go. There it is. Hold on. Let me see what else I have in there. Ow. Yeah. I should clean out my pack. All right. Mr. Warm. Come on, Mr. Warm. Why aren't you working today? Why are you not working today? It's really wild. Hold on. Oh, there's a fish right next to me. Hold on. There's some kind of fish. All right. Mr. Warm. See. Some fish is going to get a free worm. All right. Now let's try this one. I'm actually going to lower it. Hold on. All right, let's try it. Let us try it, man. Hopefully I don't get it snagged. Very limited spot here. It is still very cold outside. You know what's interesting? I have not seen a big fish in this lake. Usually you can sight. Oh, just got a fish. There you go. See? All right. There you go. I told you. It's all about the float, man. What we got? Got a nice little bluegill. Here you go. Are you happy? There you go. Nice big female. Hold on. There you go. Nice big female. Right through the nose, too. You know what? Let me take a picture because I'm going to send this picture to my buddy. To my buddy. He's not really my buddy, but the guy that makes the jig heads and the floats. He's been asking me for pictures. Hold on. Nice fish. Oh, okay. It's gonna hold on. Don't break my float. I got you, buddy. Hold on 1 second, chat. Ugh. I don't know what that bluegill did, but now I'm stuck to something. Ugh, come on, dude. Like seriously. God damn it. Hold on. I think there's line there. Hold on. Let me bring this piece of wood out. Oh yeah, there's somebody's line there. So what he did is when he dropped, yeah, he got caught on the line. Hold on, guys. I don't want to get my feet wet yet. Oh, he got off. All right, good. Thank you, buddy. Here we go. This guy's probably he thinks he's gonna get eaten. All right, there you go. There you go. So we got 2 bluegills and 1 crappie. Well, now you because you're annoying, you get to find your way back. Here, hold on. Let me get this guy out of here. You see, we still have ice on the thing. Yep, he found his way out. Good. I'm telling you, these flows are amazing. And it looks so good too. All right. I'm surprised this line coiled up a little bit, but it is very cold outside. What's going on, Knowledge? That was very good. Thank you, Mr. Tuli Trout Spring Raiders. See, your lure worked. I gotta pop them back in my bag. I am going away on Friday, so I'm not gonna be fishing next week. Let me see how it swims. Hold on. Dustin Crow. We're fishing for anything, man. I actually came here trying to catch a big golden shiner because my kid caught an absolute slab. Oh, here's another one. Ah, but so far we're just having fun. I'm fishing with one of the plastics made for me by one of my subscribers. We caught a fish on it. All right. Oh, that's a good spot right there. We're just ultralight fishing, having some fun. Fish. Ah, I'm gonna start setting the hook harder as soon as I see it move. Ah, I just saw I had a bite. It's dropping. All right. Go ahead. Can somebody type in 2 bluegills and 1 crappie so I can pin it so people at least know we're catching something? Yeah, but very ultralight jig rig. We got that, and we got the little pink thing on the back. Nothing serious. This is what I'm talking about. Where is this, please? You should try to lose a bear reel. No, I will not be buying loose reels, but I do respect them. It's either Shimano or Daiwa, but I do have loose reels. No, I do have. I bought a bunch of loose stuff from Facebook Marketplace. I fish ultralight, so I really like small stuff, small reels. So it's either 1,000 series reel. I've tried so many different things, but I love loose rods though. Oh, look at that blue heron. Either way, even if I were to buy something, I've my fishing budget for 2026 is tapped out. I'm done. That's it. I got my little tax refund, and like a crackhead, I spent all of it on fishing stuff. I hope my wife don't see the boxes coming to the house. Fishing with a pound. Dustin Crow, but yeah, I do like loose stuff. I'm a very light, ultralight fisherman, so I will not fish with any line more than 4 pounds, unless see I'm getting bites. Unless it's my bass rod. I have a setup with a braid on it and a fluorocarbon. I just find more joy ultralight fishing, and I have 2 boys. We fish mostly ultralight, but I do have a couple. Oh, okay, that was close. All right, we gotta go slow. Okay, we have a fish on. Oh, that's something decent. That feels decent. That feels decent. That is a big bluegill probably because it's going right to the bank. That feels decent. That's not that big of a bluegill, but it's pretty sizable. And it got caught on some line that was, of course, left to for us by somebody. Hold on, guys. Jeez, why can't I get a bluegill off normally? Hold on, gang. See that? The fish is right there. But you see him? Problem I'm having is that gotta grab the line. Okay, we're off. Wow, this guy fought me. It's a little fish, but it fought like a big fish. All right, 3 bluegills, one crappie. All right, let's see. Off you go. 76 people on the live stream. How's everybody doing today? Anybody from Jersey? We had some crazy weather in Jersey. It's either 80 degrees or it's 28 degrees at night. Wild, past couple of months. Hold on. I was gonna pin. I can't read your name. It's like Asian writing, but if you can, somebody write in 3 bluegills, 1 crappie. Okay, fish. We're on fish, baby. We got another one. I wonder if this is also a bluegill. At this point, I'm not taking a shot at it. It is a bluegill. It's a big one. Not that big, but definitely like a 7 incher maybe. There you go. We're on fish, boys. So now we had 4 bluegills and 1 crappie. It's pretty good, man. There we go. Look at this guy. Okay. And he decided to let himself go before I let him go. Hold on, guys. All right. All righty. Let's see. Let's catch another one. Wait, something's off here. But yeah, I think my fishing lure budget is done. I also didn't tell you guys, but I bought a Shimano Sahara reel because it was cheap, and I know it's never going to be as cheap. It's a Shimano. It's 1,000 series body, but the bail is two, so it's basically 2,000. It's a nice reel. 85 people. It's awesome. Who sent me a super chat? And I didn't thank you for it. Hold on one second, crew. There's the last bluegill we caught. Whoever sent me a super chat, like one of those ruby things, I appreciate you. Like the emoji. Oh, I think I see a snake coming down our way. Check. Definitely not a turtle the way it was moving. 91 people on the live stream. That's awesome. All right, let's see. Pressure's on. Maybe I can catch another fish. Let's do 5 more casts. We'll do a lure change. What's funny is this lure, one of the tails is a little broken off. Because I've been using it so much, and it still works. Just go nice and slow. What's up? Hey, what's going on, Skeeter? It is a beautiful day for fishing. I wish it was a little warmer. I still can't believe I didn't catch anything on the worm. I was trying to catch a golden shiner since my kid caught an absolute monster. But looks like he's gonna hold that record for a long time. That golden shiner he caught at this lake is bigger than some state record golden shiners across this country. He just randomly caught that and didn't think twice. Ah, had a bite. Come on. It was already under the water by the time I casted it in. Had another bite. Okay, it's finally on. The fish is. Ah, that was a crappie. Get him in. Let's get him in. That's a crappie. I think that's a crappie the way it's fighting me. I don't think it's a. No, it is a bluegill. Nope, don't go there. I had to wrangle him back. All right, there you go. Victor, you always say the same thing every time you pop into a live stream. Let's see. Here you go. All right, he let himself go. Yep. So now we're up to 5 bluegills. 5 bluegill, 1 crop. All right. Let's see if we can catch another one. Ah, wow. I'm trying to set a hook on it, but nope. I absolutely love this bobber or indicator or whatever you guys want to call it. It is absolutely perfect for ultralight fishing. Have 4 pound line on it. Hold on. Now let's see if we can get that fish. Hold on. Let me check. Let me just take care of this guy. Right. I'm gonna take care of him. Always get at least one mental page a day when you do live streaming. I don't know how they get I don't know how they get access in the psych ward. Let's see. Greetings from Cincinnati. It looks like you're having some luck. Haven't had a chance to go yet. Recovered with a bad shoulder. I'm sorry to hear that, Radio. I'm actually having shoulder surgery in a month. Looks like Midwest. No, we're in Jersey. New Jersey. Yeah, hits. Let's see. We're in Jersey. 5 bluegills. Let me change that. All right, let's do 3 more casts. If we get no fish, we'll change up the lure and try for something else. I have Kitex. But yeah, they're hammering pretty good. I really want another crappie, but I caught what, 6 fish? It's not bad. Yeah, but I'm sorry to hear about your shoulder, Radio Nut. I gotta tell you, Ian, these lures hold up, man. I don't know what you did with them, but they don't break. They don't break as easy as Kitex break. Arguably, Kitex obviously have much better swimming action, but they're pricey and they break a lot. I actually have a Kitech. I'll show you my Kitech hanging up on a tree. I'm not gonna say my kids casted it because I casted it. I'll show it to you in a second. Come on. Oh no. Okay. Wow, that was wild. Here, I'll show you guys where my Kitech is hanging off with a BG1 jig head. Here, you probably will see it. Do you see it yet? Hold on. You can see the. Oh wait, there it is. There's my Kitech with the BG1 head. Not happy about that one. What's the temp? I'm gonna say the water temp. Oh wow, yeah, I forgot. I'm float fishing. The water temp probably mid 40s. I have a thermometer on me. I just hold on. I might check it. Let's use a different lure just to change it up. Let's check. Let us check the temps. Uh, all right. So yeah, this is the one that we caught some fish on. How many fish did we caught? Like 3 bluegills on them, or 4. That's Tully Trout Spring Raiders. Now let's check. You know what I really like to use around this time? I like this thing. And if there's going to be a crappie around, I think this is a Bobby Garland. This thing is absolutely killer for crappie. It's just a fatter. It's like a fat minnow. Let's try it. It's a little bit different. I don't fish with floats often, but that's the reason I sometimes forget that I have a float on my rig. You always got to pay. If you have light floats, you have to pay extra attention to not break them. All right, here we go. This can work. Let's check it. I want a crappie. I want crappie. Oh, of course, I forgot to check the water temp. Well, the bottom line is the water temp's about, I'd be surprised if it's 50. It's somewhere around, you know what? Next time I go back to my pack, I won't forget to grab it. '89 people in the live stream. How's everybody doing, beautiful people? Hope everybody's having a good day. The fishing's turning up, so if you live next to a body of water, want to go fishing, it's starting to get good. Okay, I have a good feeling about that cast. It's always interesting. Whenever I have a bad crappie day, at this spot, I'll only catch one fish. I'll never catch another one. And then I'll just catch a bunch of bluegills. Hmm. Let me cast it out a little further. Ow! Okay, that was not as expected. Got my hook caught on something. Hold on. Let me put some tension on this line. Ugh. All right. As long as I don't break the bobber. I don't want to break the bobber. Hold on, guys. Oh, I see. That's why people don't come fishing here. And that's the way I like it. Because then I got the spot all to myself. I get to untangle my own mess sometimes. Here we go. I snagged it on the rose bush. And it didn't break. Surprisingly. Hold on, gang. Stay with me. I don't know how many of you fish by stuff like that, but don't you hate when you get it in there? I'm actually gonna lower my bobber a little bit. Actually, no, this is fine. All right, let's try it again. Let's try it again. Oh yeah, that thing flew. You see that? All the way out there. Maybe take a nice skeeter. No, no, Tuli. This is my big design. I keep them there because my kid, whenever he trips, whenever we fish the spot, when he trips over, he always steps on the stick. Because if he doesn't step on the stick, he goes in, and then we have to go home. You see how tight the spot is? But it also prevents. I'm telling you, it also prevents from a lot of people from fishing here. Oh, getting bites. Okay, fish on. Please be a no. That's not a crappie. There's no way. That's something small, dude. Look at this tiny bluegill going after this relatively big lure. Look at this guy. Wow, dude, you have a lot of gusto, my friend. Look at this guy. He also wanted to be on the live stream. No, I don't have a bass rod. I just have two ultralight rods. I would love to. Yeah. Yeah, I wish I had a bass rod, but I've never caught a bass. Well, one time. I never caught a bass on a light bait. I don't know what it is with Jersey. What's going on, Ronyo? Welcome to the stream, man. The legendary Mr. Ronyo from Okeechobee Lake. Look, Ronyo, you fancy yourself a cool ultralight float? Look at this thing. I finally put it on since the weather's getting better. Look at this little thing. Now, my big fat fingers, I was barely able to put it on. It's a pretty float. Looks better than those orange ones with the weight on them. Let's see. I just I'm gonna preface this. I never catch fish at this spot, no matter what. I don't know why, but I just want to warm up here because it's super sunny and stretch my line out a little bit. Yeah, I'll try it out. I just want to try different stuff too. I can't. I'm like a squirrel. I can't use the same stuff. Yeah, but I would love to catch a decent sized bluegill and successfully use them for bass. I can see fish floating around in the water, but nothing's biting. You know what? I have a couple of lures in my pocket I'm gonna try. I forgot. Caught many bass with small bluegill, but not with a bobber. You have to drag it in, but also the bluegill fights. Got it. Yeah, I've tried so many times. I would go to a creek and catch little bluegills like that on a tiny hook. I would go out there and I'd put them in the middle of the lake, about what 2 feet in, and just wait there because I would just cast them out while I'm ultralight fishing, and I never ever in my life got a bite. I don't know what it is, and I would set the hook properly and everything. They would be alive the whole time. Never caught one. Maybe just I don't know what it is. But I appreciate the advice, Skeeter. Let's see what I have in my pocket. Hold on. I should have some stuff in my pockets. I knew today was going to be a little slow because it's still cold. Hold on. Let's see what we got. I threw some stuff in my pockets before I left the house. I don't know about you guys. Oh, see, I have another one of these. Hold on. Hold on, gang. It's nice to have a bench to sit on. Yeah. I really want to catch a couple. I even caught, you know what I caught? I caught a bunch of little creek chubs, and I also used those. Also had no luck. And I would actually sight see the bass coming up to them, and they would not eat them. I'm telling you, these Jersey bass are picky. But I have caught with my father-in-law. We went up to New York, Saranac Lake, and we bought shiners, and we casted them out. We caught a bullheads, big bullheads, and we caught big bass on them. And same method. You just cast them out and wait. I mean, it's not my favorite type of fishing, just because I have ADHD. I like to be active and change stuff up all the time. But yeah, no, it definitely worked in the ups. I think it's just something with Jersey Lake, certain Jersey lakes. Oh, dude, I just had a bite and I missed it. That thing that I'm using now is made by Z-Man. Oh, getting bites. The lakes I fish in Jersey are the best. You know what the most successful hookup rate and fishing rate is for me? It's using gulp minnows and just twitching them off the bottom, even on ultralight jigs. Got me the biggest bass. And another one I caught was with I found a Senko worm on a bank with a hook right at it. I re-rigged it, casted it out. I wasn't even okay. We got to fit. Okay, we keep getting hits, but I can't set the hook. Yeah, I didn't bother. I had a snap swivel. I just put the hook right on the snap swivel with a worm on it. Maybe it was the shine of the. It was like that golden snap swivel by Eagle Claw, and I got my PB bass on that. And I got it on the live stream. It was hilarious. Yeah, I am shark fishing. Yeah, in Jersey, I'm lucky because nobody keeps the fish. That's why this lake is particularly overpopulated with dinky bass. See this? I'm fishing for big boy sharks with this one. This one's made by Z-Man. Actually, you know who sent that to me? When I bought a bunch of stuff from iFish, he threw that in. He threw that in, and we did catch a trout on one of those on a live stream. Thought I just saw a person in my peripheral. I'm starting to see things, man. You know what we're gonna do? I want to fish. Now that I mentioned Gulf minnow, maybe we'll catch a. What I'll do is I'll throw a jig head on, and we'll fish with a Gulf minnow. Maybe I'll get you guys a bass. That would be cool. My PB was not big. I really want to say 5 pounds, but it was I caught 3.5 pounders before. That fish was much bigger than those fish. I didn't have a scale on me, but I measured it against my rod, and based on the length of that fish, and just my personal experiences, I'd say it was either 4.5 or 5 pounds. I really want to say 5 pounds, but just to keep it civil, I'm gonna say 4.5. It was a big fish, man. It was the by far, and I've caught a lot of 3.5 pounders. I know exactly how big those fish were, and this fish would just trounce them completely. All right, let me see what I can do. Well, let's cast this out a couple of times, and then I'll throw a jig head on. Maybe we'll get us a bass. I'll throw a trout magnet. I don't want to lose a BG1 jig head if I'm going to be twitching, but I'll throw a trout magnet on, and we'll twitch some Gulf minnows, and maybe we'll get us a dinky bass. This place is full of them. Okay, as soon as I casted it in, start getting bites. Has to be tiny bluegills playing with it. It's amazing. Just getting bites nonstop. I wonder if it's snaky nature of that jig head, of that lure, because it looks like a baby snake. Look at this thing. And I think what they're doing is they're grabbing at the tail of it. Almost looks like a mini Senko worm. This is a Bass Pro Shops microlight 7.5 footer. Bass Pro Shops in January had a sale, and I had a $20 Bass Pro Shops gift card, and you know how that goes, right? So of course I went out and bought two of these. I bought a 7 footer and 7.5 footer, and I knew I gave the seventh. This one is my kid's rod. I haven't unpacked the 7.5 footer yet, but I think in total they only cost me about before the gift card. They only cost me about $60. So yeah, I think usually they're more expensive. Okay, that's a fish. All right, let's see what kind of fish that is. Oh, it's a bass. There you go. You guys wanted a bass. I got you a bass. Largemouth. Let's go. Come here, buddy. Here's a largemouth for you. All right. How do you kids call them? Basisi? Look at this fish. Nice. There you go. You know what? Let me take a. I promised Victor I was going to take a picture. And of course, I left my phone on the bench. All right, quick. We run. Run. That's not bad. I like catching largemouth bass on a tiny rod. He's going to be okay. Don't worry. Just want to take a quick picture for my buddy Victor. All right, come on, let's let him out. He's gonna be all right. What we should really be doing is we should be keeping these things. Man, you just want to fight me, man. Here you go. What we should be doing really is getting rid of these things, but I feel bad taking them. Plus, I shouldn't be taking them from this lake. Hello, I'm new to this channel, but we'll sub. Oh, thanks. I will. I will start putting them in a pond. I'm not gonna be doing any pond work until I come back. I'm gonna come back Friday. I'm going away. I'll be away for a week. April is gonna be a big pond month for me. I don't want to put them in now because you know what's gonna happen. I'll tell you exactly what's gonna happen. A blue heron will come around and instantly eat that fish. They're so good that right now my pond is completely bare. I don't have a single fish in the pond. If I put a fish in there right away, it's gonna get killed. But yes, I am planning to put a couple of largemouth in my pond. It's just so shallow that I don't want to. All right, let's try a tube again. So yeah, we got 5 bluegills. We got 1 crappie. And no, I can't dig the pond deeper. I wish I could. It just I want to tell people how great the pond project is going to be, but I know myself and what happened before. Usually, if I start a project, it doesn't get finished. So, and I live on a mountain, so I can't dig. It's all I have to basically use a jackhammer. My neighbors were jackhammering their pool for about 3 weeks. It's all hard rock, and I don't know why the previous owners did that pool pond the way they did. But basically, I don't want to overpromise about what I'm going to do with my pond, even to my own family, because my wife always says, take whatever Grumpy says, divide that by 10, and subtract 5, and you might get what he's going to do. So I'm not going to do anything. It's just, yeah, it in Jersey. So just to, if you guys want to laugh, if guys want to have a good laugh, so I have 2 ponds. I have a small pond. It's like a waterfall system goes to the smaller pond. I mean, to the bigger pond. Just for the funsies, I called a local pond company. He came over, looked at the top pond, which is half the size of the bottom pond, and he just looked at it. He goes, "Yeah, I can do this for you. I can dig this pond deeper and just redo the waterfall a little bit without even touching the waterfall going to the bottom pond, just for the top pond." He goes, "Yeah, 45,000. I can start in a couple of weeks. I'm busy." Like that's, I was like, "Yep, that's good, man. My car is worth about 2 grand, so I think I'm gonna skip on that $45,000 pond job." Yeah, so that's not happening. And if anything, I'm just gonna clean the pond out, and I'm gonna keep it shallow. The problem is, there has to be cover for the fish because the pond gets up to 90 degrees in the spring. I mean, in the summer. A lure for perch. So I'm not very good perch fisherman, but if you just want to pop into your local Walmart and buy a kit, just buy a trout magnet kit. You'll catch perch in them. But I am not really a perch fishing expert. I did catch a perch on a live stream right here. I didn't even know they existed here. But perch, I can't recommend much. I Because of my previous experiences, I caught them mostly on trout magnets as a bite catch. But you can actually just catch them on worms, especially in the spring. All right, one more cast with a tube jig. Maybe we'll get another largemouth bass by twitching it. Let's try it. Never know. Oh, just had a bite. Hold on. Let's see what kind of fish we got. Something on. Ah, I called it. I told you. You twitch it, you get a largemouth bass. I got another one. Here you go. I'm telling you, there's something about twitching tiny jigs that will get you a largemouth. So tiny, but hey, a bass is a bass. That's two largemouth we caught today. Look at this guy. So you hear, Jake the Badman. Yeah, we caught a bunch of them today. In the past 60 minutes, we caught what, like 8 fish? Obviously, not the size of a largemouth bass I would love to catch, but yeah. Let's see. So yeah, I got two largemouths, five bluegills, and one crappie so far. Yeah, if you have a tiny lure like that and you know you have bass in the pond and nothing's biting, well, I don't know what was just biting me now, but you can just twitch it like that. You can always people twitch them with the reel too, but I like to give it a little twitch with a tip. And guaranteed for me in Jersey, always gets me a bass on. So if I'm crappie fishing or bluegill fishing and I get bored, I'll twitch that gulp minnow and get me a bass. Jack the Bad Man, welcome to the stream, man. There are better people that fish much better than me, but I appreciate you stopping in. Uh, let's give it a little twitchy twitch. Anything is possible is a great guy. He fishes from PA. Okay, fish. This might be also a bass because I don't know who it was. Maybe a bluegill or a bass. Yeah, this tube works well too. This tube, this tube's made by Berkeley, the Atomic. They're a little pricey, but when they work, they work. Hold on. You can probably fish for 20 more minutes. Your whole YouTube's corrupted with fishing. That's funny. No, so I haven't caught a pike, but I'm trying to. I promised one of my regulars to catch a pike. I'll be over the moon if I catch a pike. Chances are my little kid will probably catch it before me, but let's switch. Oh, had a bite. Let me put my finger out there. Yes, pike do love spoons. That's what people tell me here. We do have a lot of pike in Jersey. I just not. I can only fish for a certain amount of time a day, and all the pike spots are a bit of a drive. But you never know. There might be pike in this lake. I don't think so, though. I think they have to stock pike in order for them to naturally, I mean, to be at the lake. I don't think there's any other way for pike fry to travel. Have I ever been to the river in London? No, I have not been to London, my friend. My wife has, but not me. London would be cool. All right, that was a lucky cast. I didn't get snagged. Might get a fish there. Ronya, are you still in the chat? Let's change up a spot. Maybe we'll catch another largemouth. You never know. Yeah, this is the only really fishing. It's really hard for me to do like catfish or other fishing where you just cast the rods in and wait. But here I might. This looks like a good spot. Nobody ever comes here, so I might try here. The jig head is a little. It's a tube, so it's a little weighted. It's 1/30 seconds of an ounce. Okay. We're getting hookups. Hold on. I wonder if this is. Hold on. Something's playing. I'm gonna get it. If not on this cast, it's probably something small. But all right. Hold on. Let's try it again. Yeah. So this jig head is. I'll show you. It has a bit of a. You can see it pretty good here. So it's a tube. You see how it's a tube? And it does have a little, I don't know if you can see it through the tube, but there's a little cylindrical piece of hollow metal here. So it gives it a pretty like proportional weight. So it's kind of like a hook with like a little cylinder at the end. I don't know if you can see it like that. You see that? And it's pretty light. It's 1/30 seconds of an ounce. It's maybe what is 1/30 seconds of an ounce? It's like 1.5 grams, if that. I don't think it's even 1.5 grams. No, I was asking Rania if you were still in the live stream, Rania, just to see if you're still around. I'm just basically messing around now. I'm pretty happy that we caught some fish. Hey, 50 likes. I appreciate that, guys. 50 likes in 72 minutes. That's pretty decent. I am very thankful for that. If you haven't liked yet, I'd appreciate it. I really want to fish with gob minnows, but I'm not sure. All right, this is my last cast with a tube jig. I think there's a baby largemouth there playing with me. We'll find out pretty soon. Nah, nothing. All right, let's switch it up. What else I want to use today that I haven't used yet? Let's see. Hold on one second, chat. Let's see what else we got. You know what? Where's my pack? I'm gonna start dropping stuff out of my pocket. No. By the way, you see, look how small the jig heads are that I use. That's a trout magnet right there, right? I mean, they're pretty good hooks for the money, but that's the jig head I'm using now. It's even smaller. All right, hold on, gang. Let me see. Let me see what else I can throw out there. I'm gonna try something new. Here's my other tube. Let's see what I have. Kind of threw stuff in. There's that infamous Galp minnow. Do I want to try Kitech today? These are the worms that we caught a bass on. Let's check. These are weird. I don't want to use them today. Huh. Let's try a Kitech since I haven't used a Kitech. It's a Japanese company. Very good, but expensive. Very good, but very expensive. Where I put my rods? Are you are you headed back from a shop? Nice. I'm assuming you're working today. Oh no, I dropped the Kitech. Oh no. But you see, Kitech has this beautiful pattern. See how it's like fully ribbed? That's what gives it that crazy swim. It's a really, truly a bait like nothing else. Just very brittle. So you basically guaranteed to catch fish on it. But see, yesterday I was so cold I couldn't even put it on the hook. Today I'm doing a little better. All right. So it has a beautiful swim motion. Let's try it out. Let's give it a try. Hold on. I'm gonna put this thing away. I think I'm gonna have to wash my pack again. All right, let's try it. Now I think Kitech is better being used without the bobber, but let's see. Usually use a grub, soft lure for jig heads like that. Yeah, those are good. I have those. I know what you're talking about. What color do you like? Trying to try top Ramudia. Welcome to the stream, man. All right, let's try it again. Thanks, I appreciate it. Let's see. Let's keep trying it. Can probably fish for like 10 more minutes. I do like this rod. It's a great rod with a bobber. If you have a little slip bobber, this is a good rod. All right, what else should I try? I can't really fish for much. Let's see. If the temps would be higher, I know the fishing would definitely be better, but let me get this out. I'm getting bored. Oh wow, look at that. We got a little curly dangle. Got a little curly dangle. What is this thing? Alrighty. You know what we can do? Let's try something. I can take a tube jig and throw a trout magnet on it as a chaser. Let's try it. Actually, you know what? We can throw this as a chaser. That's a piece of Berkeley power worm. Just for fun before I end the stream. Maybe catch one more fish? Never know. 51 people on the live stream. Haven't seen DCP kayak fishing in a while. I don't know if I gotta check on him today. Gotta check the Discord. All right, look at this. That looks pretty. That, my friend, looks pretty. Let's try it out. All right, let me change directions here. So I have a pearl tube with a little pink chaser. I like the way it looks. I'm not sure if the fish likes it. Oh, getting bites. I'm targeting anything really. You can go from targeting bass to targeting crappie and bluegill to targeting bass pretty quickly, even with the ultralight. Like if you twitch it, chances are you're more likely to get a bass. They just like action for some reason. That's how we got our last couple of bass. But I would like to catch another couple of slab crappie, but I don't think that's going to happen today. Like right now, I have a high chance of getting a bass where I casted it if I twitch it, or getting nothing. Fish. All right. Maybe I was right. Maybe I was right. Oh yeah, it's a bass. It's a bass. And now, of course, once again, it's caught on the line that's there in the water. It's amazing. Yeah, so there's a largemouth bass right there. And it just came off and took my lure because somebody left the freaking line in the water. Ah, well, it is what it is. Now he has a piercing for a couple of days. Hopefully that's going to come out. There's a line in that water, and somebody brought it to the shore, and I got snagged off of it. Hate that. So yeah, there you go. Unfortunately, I lost my lure, my tube jig. I think we're gonna end at that point. I'm a little upset. All right, gang. I'll see you guys later. I don't think we're gonna catch much more fish, but I'm gonna count that largemouth bass as the fish I caught since it was like a foot away from me. But yeah, 3 largemouth bass, 5 bluegill, and 1 crappie. Not bad. Not great, but decent. I'll see you all later. Have a great evening. Thanks for fishing with me. Take it easy.